This is the guided self-care or soothing touch exercise. Having listened to the introduction and chosen your whatever form of soothing touch works best for you, I'm going to be going with using both hands together and then moving them into the center of the chest. So when we come to that part of the exercise, just going with the form of soothing touch that feels comfortable for you and going with that. If at any point in the exercise you would like to stop or pause it and come back later, making that choice and going, supporting yourself on that choice and either pausing and coming back later or stopping the exercise. This is best done in a place where you feel comfortable, a place you're familiar with, where you feel secure. So maybe considering before you do it the first time where that would best be for you. So now coming to the exercise, so with your hands gently outstretched, open palms facing the ceiling, making fists with your hands, allowing the fists to tighten, contracting the muscles in your hand so that the tightness and tension spreads through the wrist, along the lower arms, through the elbows, tightening now the muscles in the upper arms and shoulders, so that pulling the shoulders and arms in towards the body. Perhaps noticing the breath is kind of a little tighter now. So if you're choosing to continue with the exercise, allowing that tightness to spread down through the chest and abdomen, so that the muscles of the chest and abdomen are now pulling in, tightening down the back, down the lower back, in the buttocks, and then allowing that tightness to spread down into the upper legs, tightening the muscles of the front and back of the upper legs, through the knees, into the muscles around the calves, down through the ankles into the feet, tightening the muscles into the feet as best you can, and then allowing the tightness to spread up through the body into the neck, front and back and sides of the neck. So perhaps it feels as though the shoulders are moving towards your ears. And then finally, allowing that tightness to spread into the face. So the muscles of the face are tightening. And just taking a moment, still tensing your muscles, to notice the effects of this tightening. It's probably less than pleasant by now. Perhaps noticing if your instinct is to stop the tightness and release. So still tensing the muscles just for a short while longer. Noticing that this can actually be a good metaphor for how self-criticism can affect the body-mind. Noticing the breath. Is it easy? Is it tighter? Perhaps it's shallower, higher up in the chest. And perhaps you're really wanting to just release this state, just wanting it to stop. Now choosing to release the hands, opening out the fingers, perhaps noticing the lungs refilling naturally, allowing the whole body to release down the arms, the shoulders, releasing down through the torso, the front of the body and the back, releasing into the legs, releasing and letting go right down into the feet, releasing and relaxing the tension throughout the body, just letting it all go, relax, opening out. Noticing the breath in the chest, noticing how breathing in and out is now easier. Perhaps noticing sensations like warmth or a sense of flow returning to the hands and the whole body, tingling perhaps, maybe a feeling of well-being or relief, release, freedom, whatever other words come to your mind that describe what you're experiencing now. Sensing it flowing through the body-mind. So now coming to choosing the method of soothing touch that you've gone with. Bringing both hands together, placing one hand in front of the other, noticing the warmth from the hands connecting. Now, in a gesture of care, comfort, reassurance and warmth, bringing your hands into the center of the chest or to wherever you have chosen to place them. Noticing the warmth of your hands as they come into contact with your chest. This is a good metaphor for how self-care, kindness, gentleness, warmth and acceptance can feel in the body and mind. Just allowing the hands to rest here a while, letting the comfort, warmth and care soak in. Remembering that you can choose to come back to this exercise several times a day or whenever you feel stressed or under threat. You can also choose to make this a regular part of your daily self-care routine. If you're regularly in your daily life experiencing what feels to you like a high level of discomfort, it can be helpful to take part in this practice alongside any work that you might be doing with a therapist. Sometimes, as people are introduced to offering themselves kindness and care in this way, they can experience a sensation of discomfort or pain. It could be emotional, mental, or physical uneasiness. It may look like feelings of shame, grief, fear, sadness, or even thoughts like I'm a failure, or I'm all alone, or I'm unworthy, or unlovable. Or it may be physical aches, pains, or body aches, or even a vague felt sense of something. It's worth noticing and acknowledging here that such discomfort is not caused by self-compassion or kindness practice, but it can sometimes arise when the warmth of kindness opens our hearts. It will very often be old pain that, in order to continue functioning in our daily lives, we might previously have closed off from. So if we do experience such discomfort, it doesn't mean we're doing something wrong. In fact, it might be seen as a positive sign that we're beginning to